So today we are doing a full complete guide of the SoFi Money bank account. Now I'm going to have this up here in real time for you so you can follow along with me. And I'm going to go ahead and go off screen here so you can just see the phone in its entirety. So as we go through this, if you're somebody who just signed up for SoFi or is looking at getting SoFi, hopefully this kind of breaks a lot of this down for you so you can see how this works and functions for you as a bank. Now, for any reason you do not have SoFi already, I'll have a link in the show notes down below for you. That does help out the channel, and it also does allow us to make more free content just like this for you so you can keep on learning and growing. So first and foremost, we're on the main page of our actual banking account on SoFi. Now this is through the iOS, so if you're on Android, it might look slightly different and things might be in a few different spots, but for the most part, things are going to be relatively the same when it comes to your overall account. So you can see here at the top here, this is going to be our total account. So this is going to be our checking and all of our savings accounts. If you want, you can actually have multiple savings. And then what we're going to see here in first and foremost is going to be our actual checking account. It'll tell you the APY. You actually do earn a little bit of money on your checking account, as well as having a savings account with a higher APY. So you can see here we have about 1,700 here, earning about 1.20%. Now, there's actually ways to grow this a little bit higher on the APY side of things, and we'll kind of break that down here in just a little bit. So next up here, you're going to see there's a deposit area. So if you have a check and you need to deposit that, you can do that directly on your app. There's also a transfer button to be able to transfer money in and out of the actual bank account to another bank. You can also send money to friends and family through the pay functionality, as well as pay bills. So if you actually tap on here, you can see where it says pay bills or pay a friend. Paying friends as of this recording is exclusively to other SoFi members, as well as knowing that they are bringing out Zelle as a functionality to be able to quickly send money to other people using Zelle as well from their bank accounts. Now, really quick, going back to the transfers, there are additional transfer options as well, such as a wire transfer. Let me actually tap on here for it as well. So you can also set up direct deposit. So if you want money coming in from your paychecks, you can have that set up as direct deposit, and actually doing so can actually unlock additional functionalities and features when it comes to using SoFi, which they call SoFi Plus, and we'll break down some of those features and benefits here. Now, you can also transfer to investing. So if you wanted to actually invest directly onto SoFi, they do have a completely separate setting where you can actually go in and do all your investing, and you can just transfer money again in and out of the actual account to another account. So if you click on the More tab, this essentially is going to go into quite a few of your settings. So we're going to tap on here, and from here you're going to see a couple different things, such as your routing number and account number. So this allows you to go ahead and help set up with the direct deposits if you wanted to, or use that to be able to pay some of your bills. They do also have the routing and account number for your savings account, as well as some of the other features here as well too, such as adding a beneficiary, setting up overdraft, looking at your debit card, depositing cash as well too. So you can actually go to physical locations to deposit cash. I know that's always a big worry for a lot of people when they have the online bank only. They're worried about how they're going to be able to, put money into the account. You can actually go to physical locations to do that with SoFi. In this section as well too, you can also find ATMs, you can check out your statements and documents, you can also even order your checks, you can also have the joint account holders, so if you have a spouse or another partner you want to be adding in there, and then you can also do account benefits, which we're going to tap into right over here, so you can actually see some of the additional benefits that you're getting with your account. So there are no fees, which is one of the main reasons I love SoFi. You also have no ATM fees at over 55,000 locations, which you saw there's a way to find out those locations, and then you also have the ability to earn up to, as of this recording, 4.6% APY, which is a relatively high APY in the online space of banks. And then there's also cashback rewards if you want to go ahead and get cashback with your debit card, and this as well as additional SoFi member benefits. Now, in order to get the higher APY, you do have to become a SoFi Plus member. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. I'm going to go back to the main page of our account. And here on the main page of our account, you're going to see your profile icon on the top left. So if we tap over here, it's going to have an area where you can upload your photo if you'd like to. And then there's a section here that's called SoFi Plus. So from here, you're going to be able to see, to be able to go ahead and get this, you can actually typically get a nice bonus with this. So something to keep in mind if this is still available while you're going through and setting up your SoFi account. Definitely encourage you to go ahead and do this process so that way you can get these nice bonuses. So first and foremost, it is when you set up a direct deposit and you automatically get SoFi Plus. So the nice thing is there are no additional costs to actually get it. It's just setting up your direct deposit, which could be a little cumbersome for some people if you already have a bank account. I do recommend though switching over to a bank that's not Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America, as I'm not a fan of those accounts. And then you could see here some of the additional benefits too. If you have a credit card with SoFi, which you can apply for, you can actually get 3% cash back. And then you can see here the APY jumps up as of this recording to that 4.6%. And then you do get points in inside of the actual SoFi account, but with having the SoFi Plus, you can actually get double the points. So again, if you want to go ahead and get started, it's $0. It's just a matter of having your account actually set up with direct deposit. Now, as far as going back to the main page here and kind of going over some of the details, there is a notification bell here that will light up sometimes for you when it comes to notifying you of really important things in your account, as well as having set up here for Autopilot. Now, Autopilot is a little bit newer. So if you click on here, you can actually set different things to happen into your account, which is really nice, such as a maximum into your savings account. Maybe you have just a certain dollar amount you need. Anything beyond that can get transferred over to your checking, such as like if you have a high interest payout or you have additional money going into the account, you can have that set up. Of course, you can have money set back into your savings account. You could have a certain amount of money withdrawn from your account. And then of course, you could also set money into the investing side of your SoFi account, which is very easy to do once you already have your SoFi money account up and running. They also do have a roundup feature right over here as well too, where if you wanted to have your debit card purchases rounded up to the nearest dollar going into your savings and or your investments, you can definitely do that, which is a really nice additional feature, as well as having any overdraft protections set up. So that way, if you have money that's being charged from your checking account, can get pulled from your savings automatically. So there are no fees for you for overdrafting. Now, going back over here, just taking a quick look over down in the transaction section. So this is going to show you a couple different things for your transactions. Of course, it's going to have the month, it's going to have the dates, it's going to have what's going on with that. So right here, you can see 19 cents. We actually earned some money back from using our account on file at a certain location. You also have it, you can toggle quickly over to your savings account as well. So you can see all of that as well. You can see the earnings that you got from there for having your money in these savings accounts. So now from this section over here, if we actually tap over directly into our checking account, one of the things I love most about SoFi and some of these online banks now too, is if you actually go and tap over here on the card itself on the right, you can actually see the card itself and you can actually have it automatically freeze. So if either you lost the card, misplaced it, or you just don't want to be using it for a short amount of time, you can actually instantly have this card locked, which is what I love. And the really nice thing is you can also reset your PIN, you can replace your card directly on your phone so you don't have to be calling anybody. And you can also add it to your Apple Wallet if you don't already have the physical card to do so. You can have that automatically go there and utilize it. Same thing with the Google Wallet as well. You can have that go transferred over to your Google Wallet. Now here on the savings, if we click in here, this is going to take us to our savings account. And we can actually see a couple different things. So we have our main savings, and then we can have a thing called Vault, which is essentially additional savings accounts. So we can see here we have one with fun money, $0 in it, but our overall savings has $1,700. We can go ahead and click on Add Vault, and this can add additional things. So if we wanted like an emergency fund, saving for travel, saving for kids, a house, a car, any of the big purchases that we want to be doing, while knowing that it's earning our higher APY than it would be if it's just sitting in our checking account. And again, because of those auto transfers, you can even make sure that if it's sitting in this account, you can have it transferred to your checking if you overspend on your checking. So at least that way you're earning a higher interest while still planning for larger purchases. Now, one of the biggest benefits when it comes to using SoFi, it's effectively an all-in-one financial app. So not only does it have the checking account and savings account under banking, there is also the credit card that you can apply for once you have your account up and running. You can see here it's unlimited 2% cash back with no annual fee. So that's a really, really nice way to be earning some money on your money and also building up your credit. You can also do investments over here, which we have in this account. And then we can also do loans as well if we want to have some personal loans, if we want to get a mortgage or refinance our student loans, which by the way is entirely free to do so with SoFi. I'll have them linked down below as well. And then if we actually go back to the homepage, there's a setting as well here called Financial Insights, or it might still be called Relay. They're switching kind of the name over. And this is kind of a way to overlook your entire financial aspect, whether you have multiple checking accounts, whether you have multiple investing accounts. So if we actually go over here where it says see more, this is going to actually allow us to kind of put everything together. So it kind of has like a mini budget set up in here, as well as a total net worth aspect as well. And that's actually one of my favorite things. So currently it's in summary. So this kind of just overlooks our entire summary of spending with all of our different checking accounts, including SoFi, as well as any other banks like Capital One we use. And then if we go to our net worth tab, which is up here at the top, we're going to see our overall net worth going up and down and in total. And this is going to include anything like cash, anything like having our retirement accounts, having any type of home values, any car values. All of this that we added together will be included in here for us as a total, so we can keep track of it. And we can even check by year to date. We could check by the 1 year marker, 6 months, and even kind of toggle it in with this section right over here to kind of filter it out a little bit more. Now, this is really great, of course, to be able to see your finances as a whole and where you're at, so that way you can pay more attention and make even better decisions when it comes to your finances. And the financial insights / relay section is also entirely for free. You can actually even have this without utilizing SoFi as a bank. Obviously, it is a great perk if you already have the bank aspect to be able to have this as well too, and even connect your other accounts as well as a whole. Now, there's another really great feature of the financial insights section, and that's that you can actually see your credit score entirely for free, which is really important when you're wanting to apply for loans and making sure that your financial future is secure. Now, once again, I want to invite you to check out that link in the show notes down below so you can get that great starting bonus for using our link, as well as helping support out the channel to make more free content just like this. And speaking of free content, I actually have a deeper dive into learning more about that credit score that you get for free with SoFi.